The world watches when love is in the air, but when tension takes over, that's when things start to become interesting. One of Hollywood's most talked about couples is Jennifer Hudson and Common, but their most recent public appearance at the NBA All-Star Game on February 16, 2025 told a completely different story. Rather than their typical grins and easy chemistry, fans noticed Jennifer's serious expression. The internet noticed something right away when the camera zoomed in on Jennifer's expression at the NBA All-Star Game, her body language looking distant, and how Common seemed to be the only one trying to keep the conversation going. The energy between them just wasn't the same. Was this just a bad night, or are we seeing cracks in their relationship between detectives? While Common appeared to be periodically smiling and leaning into conversation, Jennifer's expression remained blank. There was no laughter or friendly glances, just straight-faced silence, and their energy was not what they usually displayed in public. The fans didn't miss a thing since Jennifer and Common were sitting miles apart this time, even though they were right next to one another. Normally, Jennifer and Common are always smiling, whether they are holding hands, exchanging inside jokes, or just being fully at ease in each other's company. When Common talked about avoiding prolonged eye contact and the subtle way she kept moving away, Jennifer hardly nodded. It all shouted cold shoulder, and when Common went for his drink rather than attempting again, that only served to heighten the intrigue. The big question is what changed in just a few weeks, because fans began comparing this moment to their last NBA game together in January. Back then, the atmosphere was completely different. They were whispering, laughing, and at one point, Jennifer even leaned her head toward Common's shoulder. Suddenly, social media turned into a courtroom, and the internet became the verdict. Ed wasted no time in dissecting each and every second of their courtside encounter. Reactions flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok immediately, and let's just say that people had a lot to say. A Twitter user made a joke about Jennifer's gifting. Not everyone believed there was trouble, as some fans defended Jennifer by stating that she simply has a naturally serious expression when she's focused, and that not every woman will sit there cheering all day. Perhaps she was simply exhausted. I should have stayed home energy. Another wrote, that's the I told you I didn't want to come look. One person remarked. However, as the conversation became more in-depth, others began bringing up Common's past relationships. If there's one thing fans have observed about Common, it's that she never seems to stay. Badu, Erica Henson, Taraji P. Ree, Angela, all of the women he has been romantically involved with have eventually fallen out, so the big issue now is whether Jennifer will be the next on the list. Tiffany Haddish.
Is there any truth to you and Jennifer Hudson?
Well, I'll say, speaking of Chicago, she's a Chicagoan, this amazing human being. I've always been inspired by her. She's one of the most beautiful people I ever met on the planet. Incredible heart, and she's just dope.
Let's face it, high-profile romances are nothing new to Common. Commitment, however, is a different matter. Common has dated some of the most successful, bright women in the world, but one thing keeps happening: his relationships start strong, get serious, and then discreetly fall apart before marriage ever becomes a real possibility. Common and Serena Williams were one of the couples in the late 2000s. They had a lot in common, went to events together, and even collaborated on projects together. However, after they broke up, Common acknowledged that he wasn't prepared to move on. Years later, Serena moved on, got married, and started a family, but Common continued to date. If there is one ex that people still discuss, it's Erica B. Common has publicly stated that their breakup left him heartbroken. Common even disclosed that he needed to attend treatment following their breakup, but again, things never reached that lifetime commitment. Erica is renowned for having a strong spiritual influence on her relationships, followed by Taji P. Henson. Their brief but passionate romance. Taraji later stated that she wasn't willing to settle for anything less than a committed relationship, and it appeared that Common wasn't fully committed. This one really made people believe that Common had finally found the one, and Tiffany Haddish was smitten with him. Their relationship appeared to be enjoyable and encouraging, but it ended abruptly, just like before. Tiffany then implied that Common wasn't serious about getting married, which only stoked more discussions about his dating habits. Is history repeating itself, or is Common simply not looking for anything long-term? Every breakup reveals a pattern that isn't about drama, public scandals, or messy endings. Fans are now wondering if Jennifer Hudson is just another chapter in the same story because Common just doesn't go that far. Jennifer Hudson is a powerhouse Grammy, Oscar, Tony, and Emmy. She's done it all, but is Common the one for her? Jennifer knows her value and isn't willing to accept anything less than what she deserves, but she has already been through a lot in terms of relationships. Jennifer isn't just any artist. She's one of the few people in history to achieve EGOT status, which means she's won the biggest awards in music, film, and theater.
You've been even out there talking about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
You know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, "A man knows what he wants." And I was saying my true feelings about, listen, Jennifer is the person, if I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
My mother was right. I think if she had met you, she said, I don't know about the rest of them, but that Common is all right with me. That's what she would say.
Jennifer and WWE star David Otunga were engaged for almost 10 years. They even had a son together. However, despite their lengthy engagement, they never made it through their tumultuous breakup, which was marked by accusations and court disputes over custody that have since made headlines. Because Jennifer has prioritized her career, son, and personal development, she has created a life independent of others. As a result, she doesn't require a relationship. Instead, she chooses one, which makes her dynamic with others curious. Fans are now wondering if she wants to get married again or if she is sick of the drama. Jennifer is independent in heart and has never been the kind to pursue romance merely for the sake of having someone by her side. However, if she is seeking a long-term commitment, which is common, then the difference between them is evident. Given that Jennifer has reached a point where she is clear about her desires and that Common tends to back off before things get too serious, is this relationship meant to continue, or are we seeing it gradually deteriorate like the others?
Dating as well, and I am very happy. Are you happy in your relationship?
Yes, this relationship is a happy place for me. It's like...
I love that you use the word happy place.
No, but seriously, it's like, for me, it's one of them things where I found where seeing her happy actually makes me really happy. So I'm very grateful. I thank God each and every day, and I'm just letting God guide this relationship.
When Common declared on The Breakfast Club that if he got married, it would be to Jennifer, what's stopping him? Fans were convinced that Common was finally serious about getting married, but now that their tense NBA game moment has passed, people are wondering if that statement meant anything or if he was just saying what sounded good at the time. Common talked about how much he respected Jennifer, how she made him happy, and how he could see himself marrying her. However, there's a big difference. He never actually stated he would marry her. Fans are now wondering if Common's comment about Jennifer was something he truly meant, or if it was just another feel-good moment that didn't actually mean long-term commitment. If you look at Common's past, this isn't the first time he's spoken highly of a girlfriend only for things to fizzle out later. When he was with Tiffany Haddish, he had similar praise, calling her a wonderful person and talking about their strong connection, but that didn't stop their relationship from ending. After everything she's been through, including her ascent to fame, her lengthy relationship with David Otunga, and her experience as a single mother, Jennifer isn't someone who plays games when it comes to her personal life. When Common said that she was cautious about who she let in, Jennifer kept her composure and didn't rush to confirm or deny anything, but her silence said a lot. Some fans believe that she was expecting more than just words when a man says he's thinking about getting married, but here we are with no engagement and no significant signs of taking things to the next level, leaving everyone wondering if something is off. However, when you look at the big picture, things don't look very promising. Jennifer's energy was different, and people noticed how distant she looked and barely engaged with him. When you combine that with the fact that their social media presence together has decreased in recent months, it's leaving fans wondering if something is wrong. Jennifer started to check out of this relationship. We've seen this happen before in Common's past relationship. The energy slowly fades, public appearance starts to feel strange, and then all of a sudden there's a notice that they're splitting up amicably. Could this be happening again? Common and Jennifer used to express their love for one another on social media, whether it was through birthday greetings, encouraging remarks, or adorable photos of the two of them together. However, lately there has been very little communication, and in a world where couples enjoy sharing their happy moments, a sudden lapse in content raises questions. Some believe that this indicates that they are taking a break behind the scenes. But if you look back at Common's previous relationships, you'll notice a pattern. Strong and full of love and adoration, their public appearances gradually diminish and they are seen together less frequently before a quiet breakup occurs, during which both parties declare that they still respect one another but are heading in different paths. This is precisely what happened with Tiffany Haddish. The couple appeared to be together at first, but as their public appearances slowed down and their love waned on social media, they broke up before anyone knew it. Now that Jennifer is in the public eye, are they still together, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end? Fans are divided. One thing is certain, people want to know if Jennifer or Common will address the claims. Some people say we're all overanalyzing a single moment, while others think this is exactly how Common's previous separation began. Perhaps a social media post, public declaration, or even an interview would resolve the issue. Or will things gradually deteriorate until the classic "we still love and respect each other despite the breakup"? But what do you people think? Please share your opinions in the comments section.